Guys, what is up? Back at you once again. It is your boy, Chin, that freaking Mark. We had ourselves an episode of NXT, wouldn't you know it? I guess we're just gonna have to find out how legit of an episode it was, aren't we now? So, opening up this here episode of NXT, we have the Street Profits versus the Metro Brothers. And the Metro Brothers could stick around and probably be some credible talent, but that still has to happen. The main points of this match is basically going to be Angelo smacking Montez Ford just a little bit too hard there and taking a moment to just be like, what? Doesn't last too long though, because Montez Ford gets tagged in, gets the frog splash for the win, and that's the match. The Forgotten Sons comes out afterwards, and they start a brawl, start beating down on the Street Profits. The crowd does not like the Forgotten Sons, though. They're chanting, "We forgot you," and "Stay forgotten." So, yeah, know your role and shut your mouth, Forgotten Sons. We then have Bianca Belair in the ring, cutting a promo, talking about how she's coming for Shayna Baszler at TakeOver. And guess what? Shayna Baszler comes out with friends. Who could have thunk it? She's just being kind of rude, basically. She's talking about how she's gonna tear Bianca's arm off at TakeOver and how she's kind of overrated. And you know how Bianca Belair responds to that? She kind of just slaps her in the face and then she bounces. Alright, fair is fair. We then have ourselves a match between Dominic, Kovac, and Adrian Jowd. It could have been better because I don't think the crowd is too familiar with either of these guys yet. It was just back and forth and everyone was kind of really quiet, and the most exciting parts of the match was Dominic got a big old boot in there and then he did his little feast your eyes thing. Yeah, he won and that was it. We then have ourselves a match between Humberto Carrillo and Johnny Gargano. Here's the deal, bud. I think we all knew from the very bat that Johnny Gargano was going to win, and he did. Big surprise. But with that being said, Humberto Carrillo is awesome. He was just flippy, and his offense was amazing. His defense was amazing. He was just the balls. Everything was going pretty well until Humberto went for a moonsault off the top rope, and then he just caught Johnny Gargano's feet all up in his grill piece, and then everything just kind of downward spiraled from there until Johnny got a slingshot DDT on his ass, and it just looked gnarly like it always does. 1, 2, 3, that's the end of the match. And then after the match is done, Johnny ever so slightly gets up in the camera's face and he's just like, "Hey, Ricochet, next week if you want some, get some." I don't think he did that last part, but either way, you kind of, you get the idea. Yeah. We then have ourselves the main event for the night. Kassius Ohno versus Keith Lee. It was going to be a good match from the start. It had a lot of hits, and it had two big dudes who were both very agile. That was basically the story here, but we already know that, don't we? I mean, it was a good match. The big thing here was Cassius getting almost straight up pounced into the fucking referee there, and then because of that he didn't really like it. Ohno pushes Keith Lee into the ref, and then guess what happens while the ref gets distracted? That's right, a motherfucking dick move that literally includes a move being done to the dick. Kassius Ohno just low blows Keith Lee, and that ultimately leads to the end of the match. He just loses, and that kind of sucks for Keith Lee. Matt Riddle comes out after the match, and he's pissed because that's his bro. But the thing is that he's not medically cleared, so there wasn't really too much he could do about it besides look fly with his fucking flip-flops. So that was the end of NXT, really, and yeah. And since we have ourselves another episode of NXT in the bank, we have to just look at how good it was now, right? To reiterate, here is our illustrious new grading scale. Get familiar with it. From top to bottom. You know what? No. Let's go from bottom to top. Alright? We got the shat, we got the crap graps, we got the dece, we got not too shabby, alright? And then we got some happening graps. Where's tonight's episode gonna land? Not too shabby. Alright, I'll take it. Honestly, it was a real draw between Dece or Not Too Shabby, but this whole ranking scale just started, so trying to keep it fairly optimistic, alright? NTS. And my friends, once again, it has been your boy, Chin That Freakin Mark, here today, taking the place of the man, Diggity D. Or maybe we would have done it together. Who knows? Sometimes it's a toss-up, right? Like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. That would just be so lovely, alright? I'll see you next time. Bye.